Ashley, and welcome to Susquehanna Speedway Park. Tonight on the race schedule is the return of the Trail Motor Super Sportsmans and Street Stocks. Stay tuned for another Road Warrior race and one-on-one street drags. Thanks and enjoy the show.
Check, 2, 3, 4. Check, 2, 3, 4.
Nichols out of Gettysburg. 48, Jim Salisbury out of Gardners, Pennsylvania. 69, George Esch on the Speedway. He's out of Jonestown. 70, Thunberg out of Myerstown. 56 car, Lance Grove out of Wrightsville. 95K is Kirby Seitz out of Hamburg. Classic cars completing their practice session. A great turnout of them tonight, as we mentioned. 18. They'll have 2 heats with 9 cars in each coming up a little bit later, leading into the feature events. Don't forget to pick up your copy of our free program, the race sheet. It has the order of events for tonight's program listed inside, as well as the remaining 05 schedule. Information about the upcoming York County Nationals for the 410 Sprint Cars, also the inaugural Trail Motors Super Sportsman 75 Lap Championship. Lots of other reading information. Stop by. Don't forget to stop by Frank's Newsstand, located outside the main entrance. He has all the latest publications, including a brand new 06 Sprint Car calendar. Lots of your Central Pennsylvania Sprint Car favorites featured inside that brand new calendar. Lots of other reading publications, subscriptions, and back issues. So make sure you stop by Frank's Newsstand. Frank's Newsstand located right outside the main entrance to the grandstand. Lots of publications. As we mentioned, you can sign up for subscriptions as well. Sports Plus Video, also outside the main entrance. They have their display set up as well. They do the videotaping of all of our events here at Susquehanna Speedway Park. Pick up a VHS copy and pick up.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Riley. I tell you, how about a big hand, Riley Johnson? Not only singing for President Bush, he comes to Susquehanna Speedway tonight to sing our national anthem. Thank you to Sherry for our invocation. We're going to take a quick moment, go down here on the Speedway. As everyone is aware, last Sunday night we had some rain in the area. We wanted to keep the show moving, and we didn't have an opportunity to bring
Ash were much better there last week. I had the best car I've ever driven there, and it was just one of those nights. Everything went right, and I had a good starting spot in the feature, and it was just a lot of fun holding off to all those fast guys. Now I just got to learn how to pass them.
Well, I tell you what, I think a lot of those fast guys are starting to get a bit nervous. They've had to contend with your dad, Rich, for many years. Now they've got two Eggle burgers to hold off, and you guys are doing a great job this year.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot from him. It always helped run the smaller cars and micro sprints. But I'm looking to do a lot better here in the future and win a lot more races.
Well, speaking of winning races, now if I'm not mistaken, you have 2 wins so far this year. Dad only has 2 wins. You're putting the pressure on Dad as well as everybody else in the field.
Well, I like to think of it more as inspiration to him and keep him going a little harder. His time's coming. He'll hit it right here one of these nights and get catch up to me.
Well, I'm sure he will. But you and I talked a bit last week, and again, I think as being a father myself, and just it had to be such an exciting time for Dad to actually had a great seat. The first win you got, he was running third. He was able to watch you get the checker flag for your first career win. It had to be an awfully exciting family thing.
Oh yeah, it was great. Especially at first one. My grandparents were there for the first time in I'd say 5-6 years, and they were there to experience that. It was a real great deal.
And you made the transition from micro sprints to super sportsman cars. What are you thinking about the future? You plan to run super sportsman the rest of your career? Are you looking to move on to maybe something different?
Oh, I'd love to move up if the right opportunities come along, but for right now, I'm going to stick with the Sportsman. We're having a lot of fun. We've had more fun this year than I think we have had any year that we've been racing. My guys, a lot of them been helping me since I ran the micro sprint. Gotta thank them. If it wasn't for them there last week, I would have probably finished mid-pack. That car was awesome. It was Dave, Brian, Chestnut, Matt, and Greg Book, and John Green. They all did a wonderful job on the car.
Don't hold nothing back, just run as hard as you can.
Do the best you can. The points fall where they may. Craig, I know you're looking for 2 in a row here tonight. Pretty stellar field of street stocks in here. Any predictions?
Well, This car's pretty fast. I don't know. The track's a little different tonight, though, so you might see a different winner tonight. But yeah, there's a couple of really fast cars here that usually weren't here, and so we'll see what happens.
That's the neat thing about dirt track racing. You were here last Sunday night. We had a completely different set of circumstances on the speedway. Tonight, you've got to adjust. I know we talked about not making any changes, but you're going to have to make some changes to adjust to the racing surface here this evening.
Oh, definitely. It's already like a feature track right now, so by the end of the night, it's going to be real hard and slick. So probably someone from the front row will probably have a good shot at it.
Well, Craig, we're going to congratulate you again on your third win of the season and wish you the best of luck tonight.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Craig Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Craig Morgan, Aaron Eichelberger, our race winners here tonight. We wanted to give those drivers an opportunity to come out and get some photos taken in the victory lane ceremonies.
Nationals will be Sunday, September 11th. That's Thursday, September 1st, the 5th Annual York County Nationals for the sprint cars. And that same weekend, Labor Day weekend, Sunday, September 4th, will be the 8th and final race in the inaugural Trail Motor Super Sportsman Series. Sunday night action here at the Susquehanna Speedway Park. Here they come. Charging into the turn, Brian Howenstein, who was a winner here in our opening event back on Memorial Day weekend. Grabbing the early lead, Brian Henneis racing in the number 2 spot, heading down the back straightaway. Quickly moving into 3rd spot is the 69 of George Esch. Watch him race out of the turn. Howenstein with the lead. Here they come. Thunberg up into the number 4 spot as they head into the turn. Esch in the 69 puts the pressure on Henneis. Henneis now going after Howenstein down the back straightaway. Here comes Craig Morgan with the 11 up the inside, battling into the turn with the 97H of Jim Hulse. 3-car battle for the lead. Howenstein heading the field. Henneis and Esch battle for the number 2 spot as they work into the turn. Esch on the inside, Henneis on the outside. Thunberg, Morgan now picking up a spot down the back straightaway. He goes by Hulse and Conrad. Behind him is the number 1 of Dan Rowe. Up front now, Esch up into the number 2 position. Here comes Howenstein maintaining the lead. Scott Thunberg is in the number 4 spot trying to catch Brian Henneis as they work into the turn. Morgan has now worked his way to 5th. Remember, 6 qualify, and 4 of those 6 will re-handicap into the top 12 starting spots in our feature tonight. Brian Howenstein really on the gas, running that high line. 4 down, 4 to go. Heading into the turn, Morgan with the 11 now, putting the pressure on Thunberg down the back straightaway. Further back, we've got a side-by-side battle between Rome and Hulse. Up front, Howenstein comfortably out ahead of the pack now, motoring off of turn 4. Esch in second after getting by Henneis, unable to catch the leader. Into the turn, Brian Henneis unable to get by Esch to regain second spot. Thunberg still 4th, Morgan is in 5th. Morgan trying to get one more spot to get into the handicapping, or else he'll have his work really cut out for him in tonight's feature. 6 down, 2 to go. Parallel flags means we have 2 more laps remaining. Charging into the turn, the street stocks. Motoring through the corner now, Henneis. Esch still battle for second. Howenstein having a fairly comfortable edge as the lead car. Howenstein has not been at every event here on Sunday nights. He's been at several and has 1 win, as we mentioned. White flag, 1 to go. Esch and Henneis still battling it out for the number 2 spot as they work into turn number 1. Henneis trying to get back into second spot. Thunberg still under pressure from the 11 of Morgan heading down the back straightaway on the final lap. Checkered flag coming up this time out of turn number 4. Ryan Howenstein will take the victory. Esch home second over Henneis, then Thunberg, Morgan, and the 97 of Hulse. Heat race number 1 for the street stocks into the record book. And taking the win, the 25H of Brian Howenstein. Final starting spot. Here they come. Heading into turn 1. Heat number 2 underway. Really nearly got one up against the rail. The 22 of Leonard getting a little too hard into the turn. He ends up against the rail but keeps on going. Down the back straightaway. Grabbing the lead now for lap number 1. Heading off the corner will be the 7S of Kevin Sigler. Strickler racing in the number 2 spot with a 15 as they head into the turn. 3 wide action. Here comes the number 7 now. Mike Leonard heading down the back straightaway. Paul Morgan with the number 1 picking up a spot as well. Working into the 3rd spot heading into the turn. Up front, Sigler maintaining the number 1 spot. Heading off the turn, 3 wide, Morgan through the middle. Wow, that was a move by Paul Morgan. He was trying to get by 1 car and got by 2. Morgan now moving up into the number 2 position. Sigler leading, Morgan now 2nd, Whiteley is 3rd. Then Wes Solomon and the 7 of Mike Leonard battling into the turn. Hot and heavy action through the corner. 3-car battle for 3rd. Whiteley down the back straightaway. He's got the number 3 spot now after getting by the 7 of Leonard. Off the corner for the halfway signal. 4 down and 4 to go. Whiteley battling Leonard and Oliver. Following them, the 48 of Jim Salisbury. Salisbury into the final qualifying spot with a 48 car. Good action for that 3rd spot. Whiteley, Leonard, and Wes Solomon heading into the turn. Meanwhile, up front by a healthy edge, Kevin Sigler with a 7S. 1B Paul Morgan is 2nd after starting 7th. Morgan with that big move on that turn 2 maneuver, going 3 wide, picking up 2 spots, moving up from his original 7th starting spot into 2nd, but he's unable to catch the flying Kevin Sigler with a 7S. 2 laps to go. Sigler, Morgan, Whiteley, whoa! Mike Leonard and Wes Solomon down the straightaway in close formation, heading into turn 1. Solomon to the outside, battling with Mike Leonard down the back straightaway. Wes Solomon and Mike Leonard side by side on the backstretch. Here's the white flag for Kevin Sigler. 1 lap remaining. Well, we have yellow. Yellow out, turn 1. The 22 of Leonard in trouble. Out of Newville right now, running up in the qualifying spots, but 2 to go. The 48, Jim Salisbury out of Gardner's, Pennsylvania, holding down that final qualifying spot. The number 48 is in 6th position. 2 laps remaining here in this qualifying event, heading into the turn. Morgan now gets the shot he needed at the leader with the caution flag, bringing the field back together. White flag, 1 lap to go. And Leonard is taking advantage of that opportunity heading into the turn. Leonard all over the 7S of Kevin Sigler heading down the back straightaway. Whiteley solidly in 3rd spot ahead of Leonard and Oliver. Morgan now trying the high line as they work into the turn. Watch him race out of the corner. Checkered flag waving for Kevin Sigler. Leonard, Whiteley, Oliver. We've got one around here in the front straightaway. Mike Leonard in a 7, not making it to the finish line. What a tough break for him. He was in a qualifying position. Here they come. Third qualifying heat for the street stocks underway. 3 wide already into the turn. Trying to make it 4 wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Street stocks coming off that awesome performance here last Sunday night, turning on the gas again. Here comes lap 1. They're 3 wide again. Joey Hoffer with the early lead as they head into turn number 1 in a heavy battle for that 2nd spot. Rick Rhodes in the 28 currently in 2nd spot, but not for long. We've got trouble in the turn. Caution lights on. The R28 of Rhodes is involved, along with the number 13 of Bruce Nichols. Caution lights on. Ready to go. Joey Hoffer off the turn with the green. Heading out of the turn. Good battle brewing for that number 2 spot with the sights going at it. Kirby Seitz and Corey Seitz battling for third. They're going after the 7W of Gary Welsh. Off the corner, Joey Hoffer with the lead. Corey Seitz, the 21. Corey to the inside of Welsh into the turn. Kirby right behind, heading down the back straightaway. Kirby and Corey Seitz going after the 7W Gary Welsh, heading into the turn. Now, Corey is a little high. Kirby to the inside. He'll pick up third. Corey got high. Kirby went low. Corey picking up the fourth spot. Kirby up the third. And Welsh is still second, and Joey Hoffer still leading. 14 of Donnie Hughes maintaining the number 5 spot. Working off the turn. Here comes the halfway signal. Joey Hoffer and the Seitz going at it. Corey and Kirby heading into turn number 1. Kirby high, Corey low. Welsh now going after the leader, Joey Hoffer. Down the back straightaway. 4-car battle for that number 1 position. Joey Hoffer has it. He's under pressure. Watch him race off the turn. Kirby Seitz to the inside, heading into turn number 1. Kirby now inside of Welsh after holding off Corey. Kirby side by side with Welsh down the back straightaway. Will move up a notch. He's now second. Kirby Seitz second. Corey now inside of Welsh looking for third. Joey Hoffer leading the way. 2 to go. Heading into the turn, 4-car super battle for that number 1 spot. Down the back, the 14 of Hughes racing in 5th, and the 1W Mike Walls in the 6th position. Kirby Seitz now going for the number 1 spot. He's on the outside, heading off the turn, 1 to go. Kirby Seitz, a veteran, heading into the turn on the outside of Joey Hoffer. Side by side, heading out of the turn. Kirby Seitz on the outside of Hoffer. Corey Seitz on the outside of Welsh. Watch him race into the turn. This is going to be a photo finish. Stand by, scores. Here they come. Kirby Seitz will take the win. Excellent run here in Heat 3 for the Street Stocks. Taking the victory with a beautiful outside move on the final circuit, the 95K of Kirby Seitz. What a run. Kirby Seitz, the 95K. Trail Motors, Super Sportsman, here they come. Charging into turn 1. Whoa, we got trouble. .25 of Greg Foster making some hard contact into the outside retaining wall here in turn number 1. Hey, that's a good call from turn number 1. 9th, Mike Leonard at 382, and 10th, Lance Grove at 379. Brian Hennies 378, Kirby Seitz 331, Kevin Sigler 308, Joey Hoffer 285. Championship race. There will be 12 automatic qualifiers for the event, determined by the winners of Grove, Billy Shopstall July 2nd from Silver Spring, Frankie Herr here July 3rd, Carmen Perigo Jr. at Lincoln on Wednesday, July 20th. Greg Foster already qualified from here on the 24th, and Aaron.
And again, they're trying to get it changed before the green flag waves. Doesn't sound like they're going to make it.
Thank you, John. Heat 2. Make that Heat 1 underway down the back straightaway. On the second try, and the 45 of Dave Sox will lead the way. The 11 of Fantasy now up in into the number 2 spot in a 3-car battle for third. Heading down the back straightaway, the 25 of Jason Fry picking up a spot. So does Paul Troutman as they go by the 14W Steve Wilson. Here comes Dave Sox maintaining the number 1 spot. Jason Fry and Paul Troutman battling into turn number 1, looking for that 3rd spot. Fry has it, Troutman wants it. Ahead of them, the 11 of Steve Fantasy up front. Dave Sox maintaining the lead. Aaron Eichelberger now picking up a couple of spots as he works his way through the field. After starting in the back of the pack, he goes by Steve Wilson after getting by the X55 of David Finch into the turn. 3 cars still in tight formation looking for the number 2 position heading down the back straightaway. And now Jason Fry has picked up another spot getting by Fantasy. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Motoring into the turn now, Jason Fry running that high line, trying to close the gap on the leader, Dave Sox. Good battle for 3rd spot, Fantasy and Troutman down the back straightaway. Troutman now makes the move, working out of the turn, yellow lights coming on. Here's the green. Charging into the turn, Jason Fry sweeping to the outside, out of the corner. Fry down the back straightaway, hot and heavy action into the turn. He'll move by and grab the number 1 spot from Dave Sox. Troutman now picking up 3rd, out of the turn, new leader. Aaron Eichelberger on the gas down the straightaway. Whoa, the leader almost into the guardrail in turn number 1. Wow! Fry getting a little too high, and that opened the door for Dave Sox. He couldn't take advantage. Eichelberger on the gas. He's up to 4th after starting last. Here comes Fry. Aaron Eichelberger on the gas into the turn. Aaron said in his pre-race interview he'd like to pass some cars tonight. He's doing that down the back straightaway. We've got trouble down here in turn number 1 again. Caution lights coming on. They're Super Sportsman. Here they go. Charging into a turn. 3 cars momentarily battling for the lead. Troutman threw his hat into the ring. Down the back straightaway, he couldn't get by Sox. Sox could not get by the leader, Jason Fry. Working off the turn. Eichelberger now looking for 3rd spot with 1 to go. Aaron Eichelberger and Paul Troutman heading into the turn. And up on the outside. Wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Aaron Eichelberger will move around Troutman and pick up the number 3 spot. Heading into the turn. Eichelberger trying to get around Dave Sox. Watch him go. Here comes Jason Fry to take the victory. Whoa, that was close. What a finish. It took a little while to get to that point with a little extracurricular activity during that event. But what a finish. A great run to victory. The 25S Jason Fry, your winner. Here we go. Heat number 2. Motoring into turn 1, 3 wide battle, and our nearby neighbor, Lanny Hake, grabbing the lead down the back straightaway. Here comes Scott Osherman rocketing up the inside. 3 wide for the lead. Watch him go. Out of turn number 4. Who will have the lead? Looks like Osherman. Wow, Scott Osherman with the lead. 3 wide battle for that spot. Heading off the turn now, Scott Tellinger with number 30, picking up a spot or 2. He'll go into 2nd spot. Pat Cannon battling Lanny Hake for the number 3 spot. He'll take that heading into turn number 3. Battle for the lead, Osherman and Tellinger. Osherman, Tellinger, then Pat Cannon. What a run by these guys in the first 2 laps. Side by side out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Osherman and Tellinger battling into the turn, but we have the 59.
Steve Austin's concern was that Greg Foster was okay. Quite a bit of sportsmanship in the Trail Motors Super Sportsman division.
6, here they come. Into the corner. We've got a battle now. Frankie Hurd to the inside of Lanny Hake. He'll pick up the 4th spot heading down the back straightaway. And Pat Cannon now putting the pressure on Scott Tellinger. Tellinger no longer challenging Osherman for the lead. Cannon side by side with Osherman into turn number 1. Frankie Herr makes it. 3 cars battling down the back straightaway. Cannon now will pick up the second spot. Dellinger running in third. Frankie Herr is in fourth. Osherman leading the way. Russ Minton getting by Lanny Hake, Brian Buchter, Steve Wilbur. 3-car battle for the last qualifying spot into turn 1 and a 3-car battle for second. Frankie Herr battling Dellinger into the turn, Cannon ahead of them. 3 cars battling on the back straightaway. Buchter, Hake, and the 59 of Steve Wilbur. Up front, Scott Osherman with the lead. Pat Cannon is in second. Frankie Herr side by side with Scott Dellinger. He'll go by for the third spot on the back straightaway. Russ Minton now ahead of Buchter, and looks like Steve Wilbur's now moved into sixth ahead of Lanny Hake. Charging into turn number 1 now. Whoa! Dellinger getting up near the rail. He'll pull it down. Down the back, Frankie Herr closing in on Pat Cannon now for the number 2 spot. Scott Osherman comfortably out in front, leading the way with a white flag and 1 to go. Charging into turn 1, Osherman still maintaining the lead. Cannon under pressure from Herr. Whoa! Once again, the 30 of Dellinger almost into the guardrail in turn number 1. Here comes the checkered flag out of turn number 4. Scott Osherman will take the victory over Cannon and Herr. Here comes Dellinger, then Russ Minton and Brian Buchter. Heat race number 2, a wild affair. Lots and lots of passing, and taking the victory, the 80 of Scott Osherman. Once again, we thank all of the... Here we go, Heat 3. Trail Motor Super Sportsman coming to the green. Heading down the straightaway, Bill Brown and Bob Fantasy battling for the lead. Heading out of the turn side by side. On the back straightaway, Bob Fantasy will be the leader. Bill Brown in the number 2 spot. Right behind him, the 23, Steve Cannon. Lap 1 Fantasy. Charging into the turn, Richie Hartman in the 22, feeling the heat from the 58 of Miller, then the 8 of Rich Eichelberger. Down the back straightaway, Jerry Wolf and Smokey Snellmaker. Bob Fantasy, a veteran of Sportsman Racing, leading the way. Cannon side by side into turn number 1. Cannon and Brown battling for the number 2 spot. 2-car battle for second, 3-car battle for fourth. Cannon will pick up a spot on the backstretch from Brown. Heading into the turn, Miller and Hartman. Side by side, followed by Eichelberger. Oh, Miller, the 58 now. Moving up a notch now, he moves in to challenge Brown. Brown getting high. Miller to the inside will pick up the number 3 spot, followed by Hartman and Eichelberger, then Smokey Snellmaker into the turn. Rich Eichelberger heading to the outside lane. His favorite move, side by side, Eichelberger outside of Hartman heading into turn number 1. Rich Eichelberger now on the gas, now picking up a spot on Hartman. Eichelberger battling Bill Brown. Down the backstretch, looking for another spot. Eichelberger now fourth. Rich Eichelberger on the gas, getting by Hartman. Getting by Brown. Now Rich Eichelberger trying to chase down Paul Miller. Smokey Snellmaker battling Jerry Wolf down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Bob Fantasy cruising out in front with 2 laps to go. Cannon second, Miller third. Here comes Eichelberger. Then Brown and Hartman. Right now, the 22 of Richie Hartman in that final qualifying spot. Hartman battling Brown, and the 55 Jerry Wolf battling with Smokey Snellmaker. 1 lap remaining of Bob Fantasy, your leader, heading into turn number 1. Side by side, Richie Hartman and the 67 of Bill Brown down the back straightaway. Final circuit in our third qualifying event for the Trail Motor Super Sportsman. Heading out of the turn with a strong 1-1, Bob Fantasy. Second spot will be Cannon, then Miller, then Eichelberger, Richie Hartman, and Bill Brown. to victory. Heat race number 3, the 1 Bob Fantasy. They come 5 laps to distance. Row number 4, the 21 Kurt Welsh, the 55 Glenn Elliott, and Fred Lloyd in the 7L is your final starter. Fred Cullum down the back straightaway with a 95 will grab the early lead heading into turn number 3. Good action off the turn, first of 5 laps. Cullum leading. 3 wide down the home stretch. 55 on the gas. What a good run there of Glenn Elliott. Elliott starting back in the 8th spot. He's already up to 3rd. The 34 Snodgrass trying to return the favor and regain that spot heading down the back straightaway. Snodgrass side by side with Glenn Elliott heading into the turn. We've got a battle brewing for the lead. Fred Cullum leading, and here comes the 11 of Al Daniels. Snodgrass slipping the 34 up a notch. The 55, Glenn Elliott, had been up to 3rd. He's all the way back into the 6th spot. 4-car battle for 3rd. Snodgrass is in 3rd spot. Then we've got Darryl Winkler with a 1 next in line. Cullum still leading the way off the turn. Fred Cullum and the 11 of Al Daniels. Snodgrass, the 1 of Winkler. Well, Cullum now extending his lead over Daniels. Daniels not keeping pace. Here comes Snodgrass with a 34. Joe Snodgrass diving to the inside, heading into the turn, looking for the 2nd spot. Daniels and Snodgrass battling with 1 lap to go. We now have a big battle for that number 2 spot heading into the turn. Fred Cullum healthy lead right now. Look at this action out of the corner. Down the back straightaway. Good action. Side-by-side race heading into the turn. 3 wide for 3rd. Standby scores. Fred Cullum to the victory. Finish the 21 Kurt Welsh turning it on here in the closing laps. The victory, the 95 Fred Cullum, 2nd the 11 Al Daniels, 3rd the 34 Joe Snodgrass, 4th at the wire the 21 Kurt Welsh, 5th the 55 of Glenn Elliott, and 6th to the number 1 of Darryl Winkler. 9 cars, 5 laps the distance, all cars qualified. Here they come. 2nd and final heat for the classic cars. Jim Crocker in the 12 grabbing the lead as they work into turn number 1. Mike Schultz with the number 6 now quickly picking up the 2nd spot down the backstretch. Here comes Bill Brown quickly on the gas with the number 112. Keep your eye on him. He's a feature winner this season. Heading off the turn, Crocker will lead lap 1. The 80 car, Jack Yingling, battling with the 112 of Bill Brown, heading into the turn. Out of the corner now, down the back straightaway. Bill Brown still battling with the 80 car of Yingling, side by side into turn 3. Brown and Yingling still side by side ahead of them. The 6 car of Mike Powell. Here they come. The 80 car of Yingling really hanging tough with the 112 of Brown. Brown now shaking off Yingling and going to the inside, moving by Mike Schultz down the backstretch. Bill Brown on the gas with a 112, and now up into the 2nd spot. He'll chase after Jim Crocker. Yingling now battling with Schultz for the 3rd spot. Bill Brown battling with Crocker for the lead. Heading out of the turn, Bill Brown to the inside groove. He'll pick up the number 1 position. Bill Brown now the new leader over Crocker. Yingling still battling with the 6 car of Schultz with 1 lap to go. Bill Brown maintaining the lead. Jim Crocker is in the number 2 spot. Schultz is 3rd, Yingling 4th. Then Jamie Lloyd next in line. He started at the back of the pack. The 69 next in line of Rick Blizzard. Checkered flag waving off the turn. Bill Brown will take the win. Crocker next in line. Schultz, Yingling, Lloyd, and the 69 of Rick Blizzard. Heat 2 into the record books, the victory, the 112 of Bill Brown. Second, the 12C, Jim Crocker. Third, the 6 of Mike Schultz. Fourth, the 80, Jack Yingling. Fifth, the 7 of Jamie Lloyd. And sixth, the 69 of Rick Blizzard. And we got a pile up developing already. Here we go. Green is out. And the 30 will take the lead. That is Mark Sokovich. The 19 of Roy Debicki trying to get by him here. Look at that. It's chaos out there. And the 19 is taking the lead. And Roscoe P. Coltrane is out there making sure that everyone is in their proper positions. Down the back straightaway. Well, the 19, Roy Denicky, doing very well here. The 06 has quickly picked up second spot. That's Jeff Kiefer. He gets by the number 30 of Mark Sokovich. Here comes lap number 1. This is a 6-lap event. Well, the flag, look at this. The leader waiting for traffic to go by. Here's lap 1. Well, that wait cost him because the 06 of Kiefer's right there. The 26 has now picked up the third spot. 26 of Will Wells. We'll see how it clears out. Look at the battle for the lead. Oh, they're trading paint. New leader, the 06 of Kiefer, now the lead car. But not for long. 06 of Kiefer battling down the back straightaway, side by side with the 19 of Roy Denicky. Roscoe's got somebody in his gun sights down the back straightaway, the enforcer out there. Here comes lap number 2 of 6 in the Road Warrior flagpole race. Whoa, you gotta slow down to get around the flagpole. Here comes the 26. Look at that, the 26 with a nice slippery move. 3 wide for the lead. But the 19 maintains the lead, Roy Denicky. Whoa, the 06 of Jeff Kiefer. And the 82 is throwing his hat into the ring, Tim Thompson. Oh, look at that chaos, 3 wide. Oh, boy, 3 wide in the space of 1 car. And that's your battle for the lead. 2 of 6 laps completed. Down the back straightaway. Look at the action. John is participating in the Road Warrior foot race out here in the front stretch. Here comes lap 3, and your leaders approach the flagpole. The 82 now leading the way, Timmy Thompson. Thompson battling with the 19 of Roy Denicky. Lap number 3 now scoring. The 82 Thompson, now the new leader. The 19 right there, Roy Denicky. He's in second spot. 26 is now third. 26 is third. That is Will Wells, and there they go. Roscoe's out ahead of the pack now down the back straightaway. The enforcer on the speedway. Timmy Thompson with the lead in the 82. The 19, Roy Denicky, is in the number 2 spot. Oh, the enforcer's going to be getting a dent here if he doesn't watch it at the flagpole. Thompson, whoa, one sideways. Look at that. What a way to take the lead. Broad slide in front of the leader. But Tim Thompson quick enough to get the lead back. The 00 now showing in the third spot. Oh, look at that. A little dirty pull there. Denicky and Thompson. And the 00 throws his hat into the ring. Sean Crunkleton now up to the third spot in the Road Warrior flagpole race. Uh-oh. Our flagpole is missing over here. Gonna have to go yellow. The flagpole is stuck behind one of Roy Denicky with a 19. The 82, Timmy Thompson in there, and the 00, Sean Crumpleton. Oh! The leader going the wrong way. He has to go around the flagpole, and he is now going to lose the number 1 spot. Here comes the 19 of Denicky. Thompson, now the 26 and the 21 throw their hat into the ring. 26 of Wells, the 21 of Looney out there. Thompson will now move back into the lead with the 82. And the 00 is having a rough time out here. Sean Crumpleton was bringing them around on the green, but he has a tough time around the flagpoles this time, and he's now back behind the field. Here comes Thompson with the 82. Make that the 19, and somehow the 19 of Denicky snuck around the 82. while we were watching. He's waiting. He has a game plan. He waits for the rest of the cars to go by. White flag, 1 to go. And the 26 and the 21, Looney and Wills crashed together. We got debris out here on the racetrack. Ring around the rosy. The 19, Denicky, pulling away from Thompson. Third spot is now the number 26 of Will Walls. Final lap. Down the back straightaway, the 19, Roy Denicky. All by his lonesome. He'll bring him around. He's got to go around the flagpole the final time. Here comes the checker. The 19, Roy Denicky. Whoa, almost got tangled up with Thompson. There's the checker. Denicky. Then Thompson. Who will get third? It looks like the 26 will get third. Will Walls. Fourth spot will be the 21, and then the 00. 21 of Looney.
You don't drive like that all the time, do you?
No, not all the time.
Where are you practicing? You look like you had it down, had it figured out pretty good.
I was up here for the minivan race.
Ah, so you're double teaming here, doing some minivan racing. That's your practice time. Then you bring the 19 up here and do it in the Road Warrior feature.
Yep.
Well, the plan worked out pretty good. You looked like you must drive like this somewhere, because you came into the round to go around the tire. Looks like you had a plan. Most of these guys are just coming in and hoping it goes where they want it to go. Looked like you had it figured out, though.
That's what happens when you run a trailway every week.
Yeah, I guess it's almost like you're running 3 laps on each lap here. 1 lap around the track, a lap around each of the 2 tires. You must be pretty tired. Instead of a 6-lap race, it's an 18-lap race.
Yeah, it's a pretty long race.
Roy, congratulations on the win here tonight. Roy tonight picking up the win in the Road Warrior construction race, or flagpole race rather. Got a little bit of fluid here on the racetrack. One of our cars getting a bit warm. Second place, Tim Thompson. Car number 82. Tim, looked like you didn't even break a sweat, man.
It was a little hot out there.
A little hot? Yeah. No, you're okay. That car's a little hot. That's a little warm.
Yeah.
Second place, not bad. A lot of traffic out there. You had of course, the enforcer in the way a couple of times. I believe he almost got into you.
I almost got into him.
I think that's the way it was. Congratulations on a second place finish. And we've got Mr. Walls. Huh? You look excited.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing I've ever did in my life.
Well, what are you going to do to top that?
There ain't too much I can do.
Now, you were following these guys, trying to avoid the cars coming around and behind you and trying to catch up to these guys. Got a plan next time you'll be able to go up to second or first place?
Yeah, I had to be easy with the car. It's not my car. I'm just running. I never knew it was. I thought it was just a regular race when I came up here, and then everybody told me what it was. Told me the car was going to get destroyed, so I had to stay easy a little bit.
So they talked you into this, and then you found out it wasn't at all what you thought it was.
No, they told me it was just an oval race. I came up here, and then I found the officials told me what it was.
Well, it was an oval race. 1 big oval, 2 small ovals each lap.
Yeah.
Well, good job. Third place.
75 laps Super Sportsman Championship, plus street stocks and the 4 cylinders. Here we go. Street stock consolation. Here's the green. 22, Sam Leonard will grab the lead. Dan Rome next in line, 10 laps the distance of our street stock consolation, heading down the back straightaway. Leonard with the early lead, and Rome trying to close the gap, challenging out of turn number 4. '97C of David Conrad Jr. running in third. 71 Brian Singer in a battle now down the back straightaway with the 7 of Mike Leonard. Here comes the field off the turn, side by side down the straightaway. Leonard with the number 1 spot over the 1 of Rome, yellow out. With the lead once again heading into the turn. Rome running in second spot off the turn. Down the back straightaway. Conrad still third. Following him is the 71 of Singer. off the corner. Leonard maintaining a small but healthy lead. Sam Leonard and Mike Leonard both in this consolation. Looks like the 99 has a flat tire. Chad Smith, right rear tire going flat for Chad. Tough break for him. He was in a qualifying position. Here they come off the turn. Leonard still leading the way. Leonard under pressure from the one of Rome. Looks like the 99, Chad Smith, having some problems here getting the black flag. He's got a right rear flat tire. The R28 of Rick Rhodes having problems. He heads to the infield. Rhodes to the infield, and looks like Chad Smith will also head there. Yellow. Back underway, heading into the turn. The race is back underway. The 99 out of the pit area. Chad Smith back onto the racetrack, heading down the back straightaway. And up front, Sam Leonard with the number 1 spot. Well, that was some Tony Stewart pit crew service down there. Here they come off the turn. Lap number 5, Sam Leonard leading. Rome second, Conrad third. Conrad putting the pressure on Rome heading into the turn. Then the 71 of Singer next in line. Here comes the 99, Chad Smith. He's closing in on Lance Grove for that final qualifying spot. Can he do it? Watch him go down the back straightaway. If he gets that spot, that'll be a well-earned job by the pit crew. Smith now challenging Lance Grove for that final qualifying spot heading into turn 4. The rest of the action in turn 1. And now Chad spins down here in turn 4. Yellow coming out. To go. Here they come. Back to action, heading into turn number 1. Leonard with the lead once again, and Rome trying to put on the pressure. Down the back straightaway. Conrad still third spot. Conrad now moving in on Rome for the number 2 spot. Down the back straightaway. Smith to the inside of Grove. He'll pick up 6th position. Working out of the corner. Conrad in the 97, moving in to challenge Rome for 2nd spot. Down the back straightaway. Oh, we got one going around out of the clear blue. The 97 of Conrad looping it. 4 circuits ready to go. Leonard again with the lead. Now Mike Leonard in the 7, putting some pressure on number 71 of Brian Singer. Looking for the 3rd spot, Mike Leonard. After Singer down the back straightaway. Down the straightaway with 2 to go. Here, 2 laps shy of the finish. 6 cars left, 6 cars qualify. '22 will take the win. Sam Leonard, the 1. Dan Rome 2nd, 71 Brian Singer 3rd, the 7 Mike Leonard 4th, the 99 Chad Smith is 5th, and the 56 Lance Grove claiming. And a winner the last time. And he's here tonight again. Here we go. Consolation time. Here's the green. Steve Wilbur will grab the early lead heading into turn number 1. Joey Biasi next in line as they motor out of the corner and head down the back straightaway. Biasi with the number 1 is in the number 2 spot. Here comes Smokey Snellbaker. He races 3rd down the straightaway. Dave Finch racing 4th. Lanny Hake is in 5th spot heading into the turn. Jerry Wolf on the outside with a 55. Wolf can't get around Lanny Hake down the backstretch. Now Steve Batdorf right there challenging for a spot. 6 cars will advance to the feature. Steve Wilbur leading Joey Biasi. Smokey Snellbaker, Lanny Hake and Dave Finch, Jerry Wolf, Steve Batdorf, and the 664 of Danny Wall heading into the turn. Heading down the back straightaway, Lanny Hake to the inside of Finch. He'll pick up the number 4 position. Here comes the number 59 of Steve Wilbur. Heading out of the turn now, Wilbur with a healthy lead over Biasi. Snellbaker 3rd, Hake is in 4th. Jerry Wolf now up to 5th, and Dave Finch is in the final transfer position. Finch will have Batdorf and Walls challenging. Walls Wolf getting sideways in turn 4. Yellow out. Tonight, here they come. Back to action, heading into the turn. Wilbur again with the lead. Jerry Wolf now challenging Lanny Hake for the number 3 spot, heading down the backstretch. Can't get him. Smokey on the gas now with a 32, trying to move up a notch halfway this time for Steve Wilbur. Jerry Wolf all over Lanny Hake, looking for third, heading into the turn. Jerry Wolf side by side with Lanny Hake, no dice. Smokey in a 4-car race for those precious 2 qualifying spots, heading down the back straightaway. Smokey Snellbaker battling into the turn. Smokey now on the inside, battle up in traffic. Finch, backdoor, falls in Smokey Snellbaker. Snellbaker still in the last spot. Now he dives to the inside. Goes by 2 cars in 1 shot. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, Smokey goes from not qualified to qualified. Well, we got one going around. Dave Finch to 55 in. Track officials apparently deciding that the 32 will be heading to the pit area for some unsportsmanlike conduct, coming by the flag stand here under the caution flag. Looks like Smoke is going to stop here and ask the reason why. Looks like the push truck will come out and help Smoke off the speedway. Tough break for him, unfortunately. That is the scoring procedure here at the speedway. And Smoke apparently not happy with that decision, and he decided that he told Randy his feelings. Smoke obviously telling his side of the story. So unfortunately, Smoke, after a tough evening, now ending his night a little too early. Tough break for him. And 32 heading back to the pit area. We have 3 more laps remaining. Motoring into the turn, Biasi continuing to chase Wilbur down the back straightaway. Batdorf now racing 5th, and the 664 Walls is in the number 6 position, and Dave Finch 1 spot away from qualifying. Here's the 2-lap signal. Jerry Wolf, the 55, continuing to put the pressure on the 91 Lanny Hake into the turn. Wolf and Hake battling off the corner for that third spot. They've been going at that for a while now already. White flag, final lap on your leader. Jerry Wolf still on the outside, trying to get around Lanny Hake for third. Steve Wilbur continuing to lead the way down the back straightaway. Wolf still riding that high line on Lanny Hake down the backstretch on the final circuit. Checkered flag waving out of turn 4. Steve Wilbur the winner. Biasi, who will get third? Looks like Hake over Wolf.
$50 to the winner of our one-on-one street drags. We've got the number 2, Dale Sape, down out of nearby York Haven in the station wagon. Looks like the one, the hearse. Oh, we have a different driver in tonight. It's L.T. Fisher from Transylvania driving the hearse here this evening. Green flag is out. Then they go side by side down the front stretch into turn 1. Fisher on the inside, Sape on the outside.
I took 300 out. She give you 50?
Yeah.
Well, there's the 50.
I have it separate. Here they come up. Uh-oh. Looks like L.T. Fisher out of shape. Daryl Sape. Daryl Sape will be your winner in round number 1. Uh-oh. Looks like Fisher's got a flat tire on the hearse. So L.T. is going to have to take it back to the funeral home in York Haven, out of York Haven, the 86 Oldsmobile. She's been here before. She gets pretty carried away when she's out here racing. Sherry Kittner driving the Oldsmobile, and she'll be going against the Blue Camaro out of Dover, Pennsylvania, Jared Beck. Jared Beck and Sherry Kittner are 2 contestants. Green flag. Looks like Jared Beck gets the early advantage. Sherry Kittner likes to win. Sherry takes it around the first and second turn, trying to catch up to the Blue Camaro down the back straightaway. Uh-oh, Jared Beck pulling away a bit. Sherry almost out of contention as Jared Beck now exits turn number 4. Checkered flag waving. Jared Beck puts the Camaro in the winner's circle. Jason Powell out of Elizabethtown in that good-looking Mustang, 1994 Mustang for Jason. Kenny Gines out of Lancaster in the 85 Pontiac station wagon. Mustang versus wagon. Kenny Gines in the wagon, Jason Powell, the Mustang. Oh, look at that! That Pontiac, white truck Pontiac doing its thing. Kenny Gines leading down the back straightaway, giving that Mustang more than it can handle. Here comes the white track Pontiac off turn number 4. He's going to put the Mustang in the corral. Kenny Gines. Wow. That Pontiac sounds pretty good. Over Pennsylvania driving the Chevy Impala. Alan Whitmer. Looks like that car may have been in a few races before. And Bruce Walbert from Mechanicsburg in the Nissan. Wow, here's some knock underneath the hood of the Nissan. Looks like the Chevy Impala going to get the area. Look at him. Man, how long is he going to hold the brakes on? Oh, we've got the Nissan catching up down the backstretch. This is the final pairing in round number 1. And there goes into the third turn. Alan Whitmer. There comes the Nissan. Whitmer goes high. Down for the checkered flag, Alan Whitmer. We've got a late entrant here. Wait a minute. Not sure who's in the police car, but we understand it's Aaron Eichelberger in the Chevy pickup truck. Oh, yeah. get that thing moving. He makes a lot of smoke. Why is when it breaks a long time? Hope he didn't have brake lights on that Super Sportsman number 88 here. Well, he gets it wound up now, and he'll head down the backstretch in the race lead. Into the third turn, we understand Aaron Eichelberger behind the wheel of the S10 pickup truck. Off turn number 4, down for the checkered flag. Here comes the enforcer, Aaron Eichelberger. Oh, versus Oldsmobile. Camaro on the inside gets a good run into the first turn. Looks like that Oldsmobile may be trying to play catch-up the rest of the race. Down the back stretch, the Camaro exits turn 2, opens up the interval between himself and the Oldsmobile wagon. Looks like that wagon is not going to be a match for, both of them a bit high coming off turn 4. Dust is flying. Well, the Oldsmobile said he's had enough. It will be the Camaro of Darrell Slape going into the next round. AA Impala out of Dover, it's Alan Whitmer. There's a for sale sign on that car. Whitmer's got that car up for sale. Anybody want to buy a good drag car? Here it is. We're ready to go. Kenny Johns, Alan Whitmer, green flag. Oh, yeah. Listen to that power. They're getting pretty close to each other going into the turn. Either Kenny Johns isn't using the brakes or he disconnected the brake lights. Nonetheless, he's leading down the back straightaway. Kenny Johns opens it up a bit over the Impala of Alan Whitmer. Through turns 3 and 4, here comes the checkered flag. Kenny Johns. Yeah, break the S10. And Jared back in the Camaro. And better pick it up. That Camaro's making him look bad. 2 Chevrolets doing battle. I know what it is. He doesn't have a wing on the top. That's why he's having problems. And he's not catching up. Jared Beck pulling away into turn number 3. Coming around turn 4. Looks like it's all Camaro. Jared Beck gets the checkered flag. On the inside. Beck on the inside. Johns on the outside. Okay, guys, this is the last round. Oh, we're going to start with Randy Eichelberger, wondering with Jared Beck taking the inside. You ready, Kenny? Hey, here it is. $250. Who wants it? Huh? We're going to make it work for other fans. Will it be the Camaro? Oh, how about the station wagon? $250. That Pontiac better pick it up. That Camaro's fast to the first and second turn. Pontiac sideways. Come on, Kenny. That time he used the brakes. I saw the brake lights come on for a second. Here comes the race into turn number 3. In the Camaro. Coming off turn number 4, $250 to Jared Beck. Okay, Jared Beck pulls up. Man, pretty good run, buddy. Take that helmet off. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Got that thing hooked up pretty good, didn't you?
Yep, I was just out here for fun and ran the best I could.
$250 or you ran good enough to win, that's for sure. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Well, you might have been speeding. Oh, police don't want... You want me or do you want me? Oh. Yes, sir.
I'd love to run him for an additional 50 if he's up for it.
Whoa, a challenge from the enforcer. What do you think, fans? Want to see another race? Well, we got to check with Jared. I'm not sure. He might chicken out.
I will give him $50 out of my own pocket if he can beat me.
Whoa, how many policemen pull you over and offer you $50? Jared, hey, Officer Friendly back here says this Camaro's not that fast.
Well, let's see what he's got.
Well, he said if you can beat him, he'll give you an additional $50. Are you up for it?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
Yeah.
Okay, officer. The enforcer. Here, I'll give you this a while because you might not be back. I'll give you your $250. You might not be back. That's a fast police car. $50 on the line. One lap shootout. Green flag. Here they go. Side by side down the front stretch. Into turn number 1. Camaro on the inside. Police car on the outside. Come on, enforcer. Pinky Mahal. Jared's out of shape. Here comes the enforcer. Jared's going to at least get a ticket out of this, I can guarantee you. Into the third turn, it's Jared Duck leading the enforcer. Jared goes high. The enforcer goes low. Jared's out of shape. Checkered flag. I think Jared Duck would have done $50. I guarantee you. Jared Duck hung on to it. Coming off turn number 4. And he not only wins the $250 from tonight's street drag races, we're going to have to get a $50 bill off the enforcer and put in Jared's pocket. I don't know. Uh-oh.
He cheated!
He cheated?
He cheated!
What do you mean he cheated?
The flag guy didn't even ask me if I was ready, and I was ducking up my seatbelt.
You weren't ready?
Absolutely not!
Well, he did beat you fair and square. You're not trying to get out of giving him the $50, are you?
I'm not giving him no money.
Oh, you talk about a sore loser. I think the enforcer's pretty upset. Jared, you better not be speeding the way home if you allow. We have to get you in one of these Sportsman cars pretty soon.
Thanks.
Okay, Jared Beck, your winner of tonight's 101 street drag races. You're going fast. He put on a heck of a show. Had that Camaro fired up. There you go. He beat, hey, how many other people have ever gotten ever beat the police? That's right, Jared's got some.
6 to 7W, Gary Welsh out of Middletown. 7th to number 12, Scott Thunberg out of Myerstown. 8th to number 80, Wes Solomon out of Newville. 9th to 33, Joe Whiteley. 10th to 21K, Corey Seitz. 11th to 1B, Paul Morgan. 12th to 95K, Kirby Seitz. 13th to 11, Craig Morgan. 14th to 48, Jim Salzberg. 15th to 14, Donnie Hughes. 3rd to 99, Chad Smith. And the 56, Lance Grove. Here we go. Feature event underway for the street stocks. 15 laps, the first of 3 features tonight. Heading down the back straightaway, Brian Head Eyes with the number 6 will grab the early lead. Joey Hopper battling side by side for second spot on lap number 1. Joey Hopper battling into the turn on the outside. Brian Howenstein on the inside with a 25 heading down the back straightaway. Here comes the 7 of Sigler up the inside. 69 George S. right there. Gary Welsh in the 7W, hot and heavy action out of turn 4. Here comes Head Eyes, lap 2. Heading into the corner now, Head Eyes gets a little high, scrubs off some speed, maintains the lead. 3 wide mid-back. Down the back straightaway, Whiteley on the inside, battling with the 21K of Seitz heading into the turn. Up front, Howenstein, yellow is out. Working off of turn 4, here's the green. Heading into the turn, Howenstein now trying to put the pressure on Head Eyes for the number 1 spot heading down the back straightaway. Brian Howenstein with a lead all over. Head Eyes for the number 1 spot. Sigler putting the pressure on the 21 of Hopper for position. George S. West Alleman, the 12 of Scott Thunberg next in line. Heading through the turn down the back straightaway. George S. currently 5th with a 69. Behind him is Wes Alleman and the 12 Scott Thunberg. Up front, Howenstein now putting the pressure on Head Eyes out on the turn. Side by side battle. Sigler still putting the pressure on Joey Hoffer, looking for the number 3 spot, heading into the corner. Ash right behind him. Side-by-side battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Brian Howenstein to the inside. Will make the move on Brian Heneyes. Howenstein getting by Heneyes. He'll grab the lead for lap number 5. Hoffer 3 wide with Esch and Ottoman as Sigler slips by for the 3rd spot. Justin Sigler now up the 3rd. Esch is on the outside of Hoffer. He'll pick up the 4th position heading down the back chute. Alleman right there. Thunberg, Welsh, Corey Seitz, the 21. Here's your leader. Hoffer, Alleman, Thunberg, Seitz, Sigler, Welsh. Whoa, Heneyes gets sideways. Scrubs off a little speed down the back straightaway. Sigler now closing the gap on Heneyes, looking for the number 3 spot. Make that the number 2 spot. Heading into the turn, lap traffic coming up for the leader. Battle for 2nd. Sigler to the inside of Heneyes into turn 1. Whoa, the leader almost into the guardrail. Howenstein way up high, almost hit the rail down in turn 1. Sam Leonard in the 22 pulling off the speedway. George Esch with a 69 throws his hat into the ring for a top 5 spot halfway down the straightaway. George Esch, West Alleman motoring into the turn. Alleman now on the inside of Esch, or outside of Esch down the back straightaway. Heneyes right ahead of him. And Sigler closing the gap on the leader, Brian Howenstein. We begin the second half of our feature out of the corner. Howenstein, Sigler, Heneyes, Alleman. Moving by Esch, Thunberg right there. Corey Seitz on the outside with a 21 of Thunberg down the back straightaway. Then Hoffer and Whiteley. Welsh, Kirby Seitz, and Morgan. Here's the signal. 5 laps to go for Howenstein. Heneyes still battling with Alleman. Great battle for that number 3 position. Howenstein leading Sigler, 2nd. Heneyes and the 80 of Alleman. Looks like the 1 of Rome heading to the pit area with a flat tire. Inside the final 5 for Brian Howenstein. Heneyes and Alleman. Esch, Thunberg, Seitz. Then Hoffer, Whiteley, Seitz, Morgan, and Welsh. Look at that. We got a 5-car battle for 3rd and a 5-car battle behind them. Once again, the street stocks turning in a super performance. Here comes Howenstein. Sigler trying to catch him. Heneyes keeping Alleman at bay. Esch, Thunberg, and Seitz. Super 3-car battle heading into turn number 1. Thunberg on the outside. Seitz on the inside. Behind them, Hoffer battling Seitz and Whiteley. What action! 2 laps to go for Brian Howenstein down the home chute. Sigler not yet catching him. Thunberg keeping the 21 of Corey Seitz at bay. While they both battle the 69 of Esch. Look at the 5-car battle back there. Hoffer, Whiteley, Kirby Seitz, Morgan. Leader approaching lap traffic. 1 to go. Leader approaching lap traffic. Sigler trying to catch up to him now. He has one last shot. Howenstein with Sigler definitely closing the gap in a 5-car battle for 3rd down the back straightaway. Lap car coming up for Howenstein. Sigler right with him. Closing the gap into the turn. Watch him come. Checkered flag. The victory to Howenstein over Sigler. Alleman getting Heneyes. Look out, we got a tangle on the front stretch. Wow, some wild activity after the checkered flag has dropped. We have a multi-car tangle here in turn number 1.
Imagine a very excited and happy victory lane. Brian Howenstein bringing the 25H home first here tonight in the 15-lap street stock feature event. Give Brian a chance to get his helmet off, his rest of his safety gear off. Brian, come on out here, buddy. We've got a lot of fans want to cheer for you. Congratulations. Picking up the win here tonight. Boy, it's been a while since you've been to the winner's circle. Brian getting some hugs and giving some hugs for his little children down here. Kisses, hugs. I'll give you a handshake. I'm not going to give you a kiss or a hug, buddy. But hey, great job, man.
Thank you very much, man. The past couple of weeks been just terrible. We blew a motor up like 3 weeks ago here, and people just came together and helped me out so much. I don't know how to explain it. And last week at the 40 lapper, we had a rocker arm break and thought the motor was trash, but Pete Troutman, PFS, he does a fantastic motor, just fantastic. I couldn't ask for a better job.
I tell you what, speaking of fantastic, your driving tonight was certainly fantastic.
Well, the car makes it easy.
I don't know. You had to use the low side to get into the lead. I noticed down here in 1 and 2 a couple of times. Got a bit high, gathered it back in. Never lost your concentration. Never lost your momentum. Held on to the lead, and here you are.
That's just super. You know, this year I promised my crew that I'd mention them. And the 2 wins I got this year, I didn't. And I got a lot of flack from it. So this big guy right here, that's Mike Baker. He's my man. He's the guy that does a lot of setup. Todd Martin. Garrett Shover, he's a super guy. These 2 kids are good kids. They're just teenagers that help out so much. Terry Klinger, my wife Lisa, Jenny, my sister, Ashley, my niece, Linda, my sister-in-law, and Mickey, my mother-in-law. She's one of my sponsors, and couldn't be just something. What a!
Are you excited?
Very. terrible couple weeks. Blew the motor. I thought I was done for the year, and I just didn't want that to happen. Did everything, you know, beg, borrow, and steal as much as you could try to get this thing back together, and it worked. And I just can't thank people enough who just came out of the woodwork to help me. It was just super, and that's what racing is all about.
Well, that's exactly right. A lot of people pulling together. I know there's a lot of people from other teams actually also digging in and giving you a hand, putting all the parts together and offering their support. Again, we want to congratulate you. Great run on the win here tonight.
Thank you very much.
How about a big hand once again, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Hollins. For a third place finish.
No, that's the first time I ever worked that hard for that.
I tell you what, they made you work for everything out there, but Wes, a good job here tonight coming home third.
Yeah, that was, I just couldn't get around him.
Well, I tell you what, it's a lot of good cars in this division. It's great racing each and every time you guys are here at Susquehanna Speedway. Great shows all season long. We want to thank you for thank all the drivers and congratulate you on a fine third place finish here tonight.
Thanks. This is a real fun place to race.
Well, it's fun watching you guys. Wes Solomon coming home in third place tonight. Kevin Seeger's in the second spot.
Look them over, ladies and gentlemen, the Super Sportsman on the Speedway. Anybody think the hot shoe tonight could possibly be Scott Osherman? Randy Eichelberger, Bob Zook looking them over. We're set to go, 20 laps of distance. Feature time here, Sunday night thunder at Susquehanna Speedway Park. Charging into the turn, they're 3 wide already, and down the back straightaway, our early leader will be Scott Dellinger with a number 30 as they motor into the turn. Dave Sox racing in the number 2 spot. He's being challenged out of turn 4. Dellinger leading lap 1. down the back straightaway. Troutman was on the outside of Cannon. Eichelberger was on the inside. Up front, Bob Fantasy and Pat Cannon challenging for a top 3 spot with Jason Fry. Fantasy on the inside, Cannon on the outside, ahead of them, Fry and Dave Sox. Leading the way is the 30 of Scott Dellinger. Behind that battle, we got Troutman on the outside of Osherman into the turn. Here's the battle, Dellinger leading. Fry now moving the 25 past the number 45 of Dave Sox is ahead out of the turn down the back straightaway. Jason Fry second, Sox is third, Fantasy fourth. Cannon running in the number 5 spot with car number 5. Out of the corner, Dellinger still leading the way. Fantasy now putting the pressure on Dave Sox heading into turn number 1. Cannon, Troutman in the 16 on the gas. He got around Osherman. Frankie Herr, the 99, going by Cannon, now going by Eichelberger down the back straightaway. 3-car battle for third. Fantasy picking up a spot now as they work out of the corner. Bob Fantasy moving by Dave Sox now. Pat Cannon will move by Dave Sox into the turn. Sox and Cannon down the back. Then Troutman, then Frankie Herr closing quickly, followed by Osherman, Eichelberger, and Cannon. Here's Scott Dellinger leading the way. Jason Fry second, Fantasy is in third. Fantasy to the inside of Fry, making his best down the back straightaway. Pat Cannon not far behind as they work into the turn. Bob Fantasy to the inside of Jason Fry. Frankie Herr picking up a spot now as they work into the turn. Frankie Herr on the gas, getting by Troutman. He gets by Sox. Fantasy into turn 1 will now go to second spot. Fantasy moving by Jason Fry, so does Pat Cannon. Whoa, Jason Fry goes from second to fourth. We got trouble in turn 2, yellow. Ready to go. See if anyone has anything to offer. Dellinger right now, he's had things all to himself. Here's the green. Action into turn 1. Cannon with a 5 on the outside. Herr 4-car battle for second. Watch him race into the turn. 3 wide. Cannon on the outside. What a move. Pat Cannon on the outside, moving around. Fry now moving around. Fantasy down the back straightaway, and Frankie Herr still racing in the number 5 spot, and Dellinger still leading the way. Cannon, what a great move. Here they come out of the turn. Frankie Herr now picking up a spot now with a 99, dropping Jason Fry back to 5th. Fry had been second on a restart, now finds himself 5th, and under pressure from Rich Eichelberger and the 16 of Troutman. Up front, Cannon now with Bob Fantasy in tow. We got a car over turn 1. Red is out. 67, Bill Brown into the guardrail in turn 1, up and over. Driver is okay, good call, good news from turn 1. Dellinger, Pat Cannon, Bob Fantasy, Frankie Herr, Jason Fry, here's the green. Heading into the turn, Cannon on the outside. Cannon side by side down the back straightaway. 2 side-by-side battles. Cannon and Dellinger into the turn. Herr and Fantasy. We've got 2 passes, and here comes the halfway signal. Pat Cannon now your leader. Cannon slipping by Dellinger and Frankie Herr, getting by Bob Fantasy into the turn. Fry still 5th, then Troutman, then Steve Cannon. Then we got Richie Hartman and Rich Eichelberger down the back straightaway. Frankie Herr on the gas now, trying to move it on Dellinger as we begin the second half of our feature. Cannon maintaining the lead now, extending his lead. What a big move by Cannon, 2 times. Taking to the outside on restarts. Frankie Herr moving by Scott Dellinger. He'll go into second spot. Dellinger 3rd, Fantasy 4, Fry still 5th ahead of Troutman heading out of the corner. And Cannon, 2 big, awesome restarts to pick up many, many spots. Cannon is going around 3 3 cars to go into the number 2 spot. On the next restart, he picks up the lead. Brother Steve picking up another spot down the back straightaway. Steve Cannon getting by Paul Troutman. Now Steve Cannon picking up a spot on Jason Fry. He's now up into the top 5. Steve Cannon now dropped back early on, but he's coming on here in the second half of the feature. Down the back straightaway, Pat Cannon with a pretty good lead. Frankie Herr racing in second spot. Jellinger now back to third. Yellow, yellow. Service bringing you the Super Sportsman Series. Here they come. Ready for the green. Into the turn, Frankie Herr to the inside of Cannon. Cannon hits the accelerator out of the corner. He'll move away. Down the back, 3 wide. Osherman, Miller, and Biasi. 5 to go this time. Pat Cannon maintaining the lead. Frankie Herr in hot pursuit. Charging into the turn, Herr not letting Cannon get away. And Mr. Restart, who was Mr. Outside, now glued to the bottom. Down the back straightaway, Jellinger, Fantasy, Cannon making up the top 5. Oh, Cannon gets high! Frankie Herr will drive by to grab the lead. And Cannon pulled over and let Frankie Herr drive right by. What an unbelievable turn of events. Steve Cannon now moving by Scott Jellinger after Fantasy moved by. Jellinger dropping 2 spots now. Here comes Frankie Herr off the corner. Bob Fantasy picking up a spot now, and so did Steve Cannon. Scott Jellinger in the 30 dropping back a couple of spots now. Jellinger fading as his tires probably are going away. Cannon got way high coming into 4, and that opened the door for Frankie Herr to drive right by. 2 laps to go. Heading down the back straightaway, Frankie Herr making it look easy. We've got trouble. Turn 1. Whoa, we got a couple of cars together, and now one on its side. Steve Cannon going around down in turn 1. Everybody okay? The good news from the corner. Back to action, heading into the turn. Hartman to the inside of Troutman. Hartman and Troutman down the back, then Fry side by side. Sox on the back straightaway with Miller. Here comes Frankie Herr for the white flag. 1 lap to go. Cannon still running second, Fantasy is third. Jellinger under heavy pressure now on the number 4 spot. Jellinger, Troutman, Hartman going at it again off the turn. Fry, Miller, and Sox down the back straightaway on the final circuit. Checkered flag off the turn. Frankie Herr, the winner. Cannon, Fantasy, then Jellinger, Hartman ahead of Troutman.
Already out of the car, a cold drink of water. Congratulations all around for Frankie Herr, our Super Sportsman winner here tonight, driving car number 99. Frankie, come on over here, buddy.
Thanks, you guys.
I'll echo those thoughts. Great job, buddy. What a tough division it is here at Susquehanna Speedway tonight. Though you're the first place finisher. Congratulations.
Yeah, I tell you what, pit crew put a heck of a race car under me tonight. I knew once we got going there, we were the car to beat, and I had to make the right moves, and we were real good. And I want to thank my whole race team a whole bunch, and Randy, he was turning the bolts tonight. He did a hell of a job for me, and just my entire pit crew. Duck, Kevin, Todd, Dale Henry, just everybody. And Smitty, he couldn't make it tonight. I wish he could have been here because we were definitely hooked up, and I know he likes to see that. Makes him happy, like all of us, you know. And we've been working at it hard, and here with the point handicapping system, it makes it tough for us. I think we had to start 11th again, but that's the way we like it. We like to be able to come from the back to the front, and I want to thank Dale Henry, giving me a heck of a motor, and Ryder's Machine Shop, and Feasers out there in Harrisburg. They do a heck of a job on that engine compartment, and want to thank Hoosier Tires. If it wouldn't have been for them Hoosier Tires, we wouldn't have been hooked up like we were, and just everything, man. It's been great.
Talk about that pass for the race lead.
I knew once we got in the second there, and I said, we're reeling them in here a little bit. I said a caution, he's history, and I think we were right.
I think you were right. The caution flag came out. You pulled up on the rear bumper of Pat Can for the restart. What a move coming through 3 and 4. You go to the inside, you go to the front, and here you are in the winner's circle.
Yeah, and it's a team playing deal. You know, it's all about the team, and I want to thank each and every one of my sponsors. I mean, they all stand behind me, even in the bad times. You know, everybody's got their head up, and we always go ahead, and that's what this deal is all about, having fun and doing good.
Well, I tell you what, the bad times are behind you for now. Frankie, congratulations. First win of 2005.
Thank you. I want to thank my wife, too. I looked at her and I said, you know, we put our other tire on. It's the wrong way. She said, well, get a new one.
There you go. Get a new one. It worked out. Frankie, we're going to pull a couple of numbers here. $100. Oh, just pull one. Seven. Whoever finished 7th will get an extra $100.
22.
22nd place finisher.
24.
And 24th place finisher. All getting some extra money. $50 from Trail Motors. Also, Frankie, going to ask you to pull out the 50-50 winning number here tonight. 462546. 462546. You may pick up your winnings at the gate, at the admission gate. Once again.
The 50-50 number on the board, 462 Bill Brown from the pole position out of Woodbridge, Maryland. Outside the 95, Fred Cullum. He's out of Manchester, Maryland. Row 2, the 12C, Jim Crocker out of Reisterstown, Maryland, alongside the 11, Al Daniels out of Mount Airy, Maryland. Row 3, the 6, Mike Schultz. He's out of Hampstead, Maryland. Outside the 21, Kurt Welsh out of Marriottsville, Maryland. Row 4, the 80, Jack Yingling out of Ellicott City, Maryland. And alongside the number 1, Darrell Winkler out of Westminster, Maryland. Row 5, the 7, Jamie Lloyd. He's out of Reisterstown, Maryland, alongside the number 2, Ron Reitenauer. Row number 6, the 69, Rick Blizzard, the 67, Randy Doty. Row 7, the 34, Joe Snodgrass, the 9, Brian Deal. Row 8, the 55, Glenn Elliott, the 14, Mike Powell. And the final starter, the 22, Alan Daniels. Tonight, 15 laps at distance for the classic cars. Here they come. Charging into the turn, Bill Brown with the lead. He's already a two-time winner. Brown winning twice, Kurt Welsh winning once in the 3 previous races down the back straightaway. Crocker in the 12, Cullum in the 95, battling it out for the number 2 spot. Here we go, back to green. With the early lead, heading out of the turn, battle resuming again. Instant replay in case you missed it the first time. Fred Cullum down the back straightaway, battling with the number 12 of Crocker. Heading off the turn for lap number 1, Bill Brown leading. Crocker and Cullum. Then Welsh and the 11th car of Al Daniels. Crocker now moving up a notch as he gets by Fred Cullum. Kurt Welsh in the 21 now racing 4th. The 11 of Daniels now 5th. Followed by the number 6 of Mike Schultz. Bill Brown, a tough customer, and he got a good starting spot tonight. He's up front and leading the way early. Out of the turn, Cullum trying to regain second spot from Crocker down the back straightaway. Welsh now pulling away from Daniels. Good battle deep in the pack there for position. Heading off the turn. Daniels under pressure from Schultz. Then Jamie Lloyd in the 7 right there, battling into the turn. Lloyd on the outside with the 7. Inside is the 6 of Mike Schultz down the back straightaway. And the 11 of Al Daniels just ahead of them. Working out of the turn, Bill Brown with a healthy lead. Into some lap traffic. Here's a super battle. Lloyd on the outside, battling Daniels down the straightaway. 3-car battle behind them. Into turn number 1, Darrell Winkler, 3 wide on the outside down the back straightaway. What a run for Darrell. Here comes Bill Brown, 1/3 of the way home. Lloyd getting by Daniels, then Schultz. Into the turn, Snodgrass in the 34 coming back after the earlier entanglement. Snodgrass down the back on the inside of the 55. Glenn Elliott, he started further back in the pack. Bill Brown continuing to lead the way. Crocker, Cullum, Welsh. Here comes Jamie Lloyd. Then Schultz, Snodgrass, Daniels. The 14 of Pownell and the 55 of Elliott. Down the back straightaway now, Jamie Lloyd moving in the challenge for the 4th position. Lloyd in the 7, moving in on Kurt Welsh in the 21, followed by Schultz, Snodgrass, Daniels, Powell and Elliott. Mike Powell in the 14, Glenn Elliott in the 55. Watch that battle down the back straightaway. Bill Brown leading the way halfway home. Crocker still 2nd and Cullum still 3rd. Lloyd now with the 7 to the inside. Battling Kurt Welsh into turn number 1. Behind that side-by-side battle for the number 4 spot, we've got a whale of a battle going out of turn 2. Bill Brown maintaining a healthy lead, still side-by-side, Lloyd and Welsh out of 4. Welsh cutting over on Lloyd, blocking the bottom. That'll make Lloyd go to the outside. Lloyd and Welsh having a little Donnybrook down the back straightaway. 3-car battle behind them, and behind them a 5-car battle for position. Bill Brown, 5 laps from a victory, which would be a 3rd one. Lloyd outside of Welsh. Look at that battle. 3-car battle, Snodgrass, Elliott, and Schultz. Excellent competition. Here's Bill Brown, more lap traffic down the straightaway. Heading off the turn, Brown still leading comfortably. Look at Welsh repassing Lloyd. What a classic battle in the classic car feature. Look at this 3-car battle here. Snodgrass, Elliott, and the 6 of Mike Schultz. Lloyd and Welsh in the back. Schultz, Elliott, and Snodgrass on the back stretch now. Heading off the turn down the back straightaway, Bill Brown comfortably out in front of the pack. Side by side, Welsh and Lloyd still working. Here's the 2-lap signal. Welsh keeping Lloyd at bay. Good competitive racing action down the back straightaway. Bill Brown into some heavy lap traffic. 3 wide down the home stretch. Snodgrass running out of room on Elliott and Schultz. White flag for Bill Brown. 1 lap to go. Brown with a healthy lead. Crocker still 2nd. 3rd is still Cullum. 4th spot is anybody's guess. It'll be decided at the finish. Lloyd getting the edge on. Welsh heading into turn 1. Out of 4 comes your leader and winner, Bill Brown. Brown taking the victory. Crocker will get 2nd. Cullum will get 3rd. Here's the battle for 4th. Jamie Lloyd ahead of Kurt Welsh. Standby scores. Elliott now picking up a couple of spots.
Bill Brown Sr. picking up his third win in a row in the Class C car division. Young man, you're no stranger to the winner's circle, are you?
No, I've been very fortunate here. I really like your speedway.
I tell you what, you must have really liked it tonight. You checked out on everybody.
Did I really? I couldn't tell how close he was, so I wasn't taking no chances.
Well, they weren't very close. You had quite an advantage building up. This car really ran smooth. Through the turns, down the straightaways, everything seemed to work out just very well tonight.
Yeah, we kept adjusting on it. It was a little off. We must have got him pretty close. It felt real good.
I wouldn't change it, buddy. I wouldn't change anything.
I think we'll just leave it alone, yeah.
I think I would leave it alone. 3 wins in a row, Bill. It's got to feel good. This Class D car division continues to grow and grow. More and more people getting involved. It's a pretty neat division.
Yeah, it is really a neat division, and the win here is great for me. This is a very competitive sport here that we have in this class, and these guys run good back there, I'm telling you.
Well, we're glad to have you all here with us. Again, congratulations. 4 races this year, 3 wins to yourself. Great season. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Bill Brown Sr., ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's Class C car feature event.
Non-stop. Once you got to finish that first lap of this half, the back of the quick restart, non-stop. Very good. Everybody got to Jim Parker, coming home second in the 12C, and then we got Greg Scott back there. Good to see you.